Well, well, well. Welcome to the Architects of Fate streaming extravaganza. That's right. You've found the self-proclaimed original Twitch TTRPG stream that lets you shake up our world. Now pay attention because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of a show, you're gonna need fate chips. Now these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat. It's like free money, Pete. With your fate chips, you can use your powers as an architect to heal your favorite players, summon items that will make their adventure a lot easier, or a lot harder. You can even make players say or sing outrageously silly things. Think of those possibilities. But wait. There is more. You can also toss our unsuspecting heroes into random encounters that will leave them sweating, strategizing, and questioning their life choices. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for a mind-blowing spectacle of storytelling and mayhem. We've got adventure, we've got drama, and more surprises than a clown car at a kid's birthday party. So let's go!
Hello, and welcome back to Architects of Fate. Tonight we will be continuing our adventure through Tomb of Annihilation, an adventural module for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. We are joined by Keyblader as the Cure, the Goblin Artificer.
Hi, everyone.
We have Not Too Shabby playing Jaeger Bruise, the Human Ranger / Wizard.
Hello.
We have Jeff playing Kenneth Noisewater, the Halfling Monk / Fighter / Rogue. And we have Felix as Scraaaahhhd, the Human Barbarian.
I don't think that we need any more slash fiction from the fandom. I think that Kenneth has it covered.
Let's put that to bed. And to mitigate the will of the fates, aka all of you, I am DM Dave. No, not that one. And to get us back up to speed on last session's misadventures, we have another edition of Letters to Lenny from Scraaaahhhd. So Scraaaahhd, please take us away.
Dear Lenny, I hope things are quiet and peaceful back home. I've been thinking about you and Cheryl and Carol and Steve and Gary a lot. And I hope you are all keeping each other good company. Well, things here are busy. You know, the kind of busy that keeps the guy on his toes. We've been working through some puzzles. We fought a few bigger than life problems and doing what we can, as always. There's no time to stop, not a lot of time to think. And we're just moving forward like we always do, and hopefully getting this fixed. We saw something strange the other day, a big, beautiful meteor shower, like the ones we used to watch back home. And it reminded me of simpler times. I don't know if we'll ever see another one like this, but I hope we will someday. Well, we're getting close to the end of this, and it's the kind of close that makes me kind of want to take stock. I don't know how things will shake out, but I want you to know I'll do my best, like I always promised. No matter what happens, I'll keep you in my thoughts, keep me in your thoughts, and take care of yourself, buddy. Your friend, Scraaaahhhd. Oh, P.S. Cheryl and Carol need to scratch by the ears.
And out of Scraaaahhd's unconscious hand, this last missive plops down into the lava and sinks away in the lava-proof glass tube he encased it in, with always thinking ahead.
I like there's a geyser at the farm.
So there were a couple of things from the very end of last session that I did not resolve that I should have. The first after Scraaaahhd's big ol' hit on Acererak. Scraad went all out, dealt a massive metric buttload of damage onto Acererak. But Acererak is still standing as he climbs to his feet, one skeletal hand on the balustrade. I realized that we have not been including the enlarge damage. The cure has so diligently kept up the enlarge spell on Jaeger. So Jaeger, I'm gonna have you roll for me. I think it's like 12d4. This is all the damage that you should have been doing to the Atropal this whole time.
Okay. 12?
You can make D&D Beyond do that.
$30.
As Acererak climbs to his feet, these little two pinpricks of fury in his empty eye sockets, the Atropal lets out this last little pitiful wail, and it begins to sink. Falls out of the air where it has been hovering this whole time, bounces off one of the adamantine struts below, and lands on the surface of the lava, where it begins to sizzle away to nothingness. Acererak is pissed. You see, he even on the fleshless face that he is presenting, you can tell he's furious. And then godlet, baby god. But I mean, look, this thing, you all had the right to choose. Acererak, a sort of zen almost comes over his face, and he shrugs, says, "Fine. You win. How does that feel?"
Hi.
Pretty dang good, right, boys?
End this death curse.
It's ended. The Soulmonger's open. The Atropal's dead. That's it. Congratulations.
Well, we're done. Bye, everybody.
And now, so Jaeger, you are still standing atop the Soulmonger. It's still mostly full. It's about 80% full of souls. But they're all sort of spewing out of this umbilical that you tore apart. Acererak reaches out and makes sort of a beckoning gesture. Jaeger, for a second, you think it's to you. And then you remember the sphere of annihilation behind you. He's going to burn legendary actions to bring the sphere of annihilation punches through the chest of the abomination that Shrek has been fighting, leaving this perfect hole in the center. He just sort of looks down and looks up and then collapses. Jaeger, as the sphere comes into your space, I want you to either give me a dexterity saving throw or an arcana check.
Oh,
Take it to the face.
I'm gonna go Arcana.
Okay.
Oh, that one.
Take it to the face.
Face.
You, as Acererak commands the sphere of annihilation towards you, you feel this sort of you are a wizard at the end of the day. You have studied the weave, and you can tell that this thing is being controlled through magic. And although it's perhaps your bloodlust or your concern for your brother in the moment overrides it, you feel for a second you could control this thing. But Acerek's will is simply too strong. You take 17 points of damage as the sphere moves towards you. It really it's only a grazing blow. It still takes a chunk out of your calf. But you realize Acererak wasn't aiming for you. He has placed the sphere of annihilation immediately over the opening of the soulmonger. And the souls that are in there that are escaping are simply being swallowed.
Well, I don't like that at all. I'm gonna charge.
It is Kenneth's turn.
Kenneth's gonna charge. So excited.
Charge.
I have a feeling that people don't like that, so I'm gonna charge.
And Kenneth, as you are charging, next to the head of the unconscious Scraaaahhhd, the tiny, the little yellow gem that Asura has been trapped within begins to crack. Kenneth, it is your turn.
Rick. Uh-oh. Alright. I don't know much about spell casting, but I do know that it's hard to cast a spell when you're being punched in the face over and over.
It's hard to remember a spell when you've been like bodied by a barbarian too.
Adam, so I'm gonna randomly decide who gets the effect of this. The wheel. Who's first alphabetically? I think it's Kenneth.
Oh.
Yes, Kenneth is first alphabetically. Take 5 damage.
No.
Kenneth.
Alright.
Out of your 110 temporary hit points, you take 5 points of damage.
Yeah, the Kira and I always get seated next to each other in homeroom.
Yeah, the Kira Scraaaahhhd, Shrek's in there too.
Yeah.
Kenneth, as you run across the wall towards Acererak, there's a particularly big bubble of lava that splatters you a little bit. You take 5 points of damage, but you are there
Okay.
on this balcony with Acererak.
Is he like skeletal?
Yes.
I want to throw him into the lava.
Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead and try to grapple him.
I think I want to try and use the webs, the venomous webs, to grapple him.
Okay.
That can restrain him, right?
I believe that does restrain
Alright.
him.
So yeah, as I'm running over, I'm gonna shoot not a guiding bolt. I don't know how I can cast. You know how I have guiding bolt.
Uh, 13 is not going to hit, or a 15. Either one is
Okay.
gonna hit.
In that case, then I'm just going to get over there and then use my bonus action to punch him.
Okay.
Going hot tonight.
Mm.
When it really counts. He's holding this this staff, this black staff, and he just, it almost seems like he knows what you're going to do before you do it.
Shit.
The
The skeleton studied the same techniques I have. He's a martial. He's
these two little puffs of.
he's a martial arts master.
Yes, you should have known.
Probably eaten a few fists in his day.
All right. Well,
Shrek
cool,
uses a barrage of. Oh boy, I'm rolling hot too. Shrek looses a barrage of.
He has an
bullets.
advantage from chat.
Okay, I'll use that on the natural one I got.
Oh God.
It's still only a 10. Plus, yeah, he doesn't hit on any of them. He lets loose this. He's shooting past Jaeger. That's the problem. One of the bullets gets swallowed up by the sphere between Jaeger's legs. The Cure. You're up.
Yeah. He's so far away though,
He's very far away.
and all this right here is just. Oh, I can't. All this is just sheer base.
That's a pit. That's a
all
pit.
pit. It's all pit.
There's these struts. There's this one strut in the middle. But
Okay.
even then, you get over to this balcony, and it's still a maybe 15-foot leap to that back balcony.
Oh.
Jeez. Okay. Let me see.
Kenneth got there because he walks on walls.
Yeah,
Mm.
like he does already do that. Everyone's looking pretty good.
Did your grapple gun do anything?
It's only 30 feet.
30 feet
So
closer.
it could get you to here, but
Yeah.
that's kind of your.
But do I want to get that close though?
That was a hell of a time to think about that.
I don't know. Acererak's scary. He could kill me. I'm gonna move right here, and I'm gonna. You guys are gonna get the small stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna blow raspberries at fucking Acererak, and be like, haha, I'm over here.
Fine. You can do that. That's fine, I guess.
And that'd be it for
Jaeger,
me.
you're up.
Okay. Well. I think. Considering my size, can I make that leap?
Gonna be an athletics check, but you have advantage on athletics checks right now because you're embiggened.
Big end.
Well, technically, I have a advantage on acrobatics, right?
I think it's strength.
Well, okay.
Specifically.
For what you're talking about, so I'm Blade Song, which also gives me it on acrobatics.
Oh, so either one, either way, whichever one you prefer.
Okay.
advantage
I
all over
think
the place.
I think I will do that. I will acrobat over there, and I'm gonna try to do. This is for Mr. Goliathman. I'm gonna try to do the superhero landing pose, but on top of Acererak, like my punch down. You know.
All right, so let's see how your acrobatics or athletics goes.
You got this.
I want to see a 19.
Got a 19.
All right, there it is. Okay, so now go ahead and make your attack, your unarmed strike roll with advantage as you land on top of him. If there was a sun in here, you would have blotted it out before.
It's a 21.
21 hits.
All right. Oh wait, that's not the right damage. I forgot that I got my Titan stuff going. That's a different set of damage. That's this one.
Mm.
So that's 14.
Okay.
I
would say that's magic, so it takes.
Plus, I'll do the swarm on top of it because I might as well.
Okay. Might as well.
It's additional 6.
Excellent.
And then you say there was something for being big, or is the Titan thing take that into consideration?
It's plus a D4.
D4.
Because you're double big. Yeah, that's what you should have been rolling every time you hit an extra
All
D4.
right, so that's an extra 2.
Extra 2. You make this Titan. You are taking up the entire.
Yeah, we're gonna just land on him.
You were like kneeling on top of Acererak. The gem next to you cracks, and Asura frees himself and is going to try to wail on Acererak. Oh, holy. So that's going to be 1 hit. Critical failure cards. Ooh.
Wait, did he blow it again?
He got 1 hit and 1 critical failure.
Of course he did.
So he is going to deal 10, 17, 20, 3 points of damage on his first attack. He misses 2, and then on a critical failure, he is going to take 16 plus. Going to take 24 points of damage. As take the attack, you just take the attack's normal damage. He gets all tangled up in Jaeger and just can't make it happen. Acererak, it is Acerak's turn. He looks up at you, pinning him down, Jaeger, at Kenneth, at Asura, the sleeping body of Scraaaahhhd. And as he fixes his eyes back on you, Jaeger, he says, "We're all going to die someday. It's the difference between you and me. It's another 1,000 years. All I have to do is wait." Enjoy your win. And he teleports away.
That's some bullshit.
Is that globe still there?
The
sphere is still on top of the soulmonger. You can see there's a little gap. Every once in a while, a little mote of light that counts for these souls will escape and go up towards the ceiling and then vanish, going to whatever afterlife it should have gone to before it was trapped here. But the vast majority of souls that are getting spat out of here, so far you estimate maybe 30 have been sucked up by the soulmonger.
Now, when that thing grazed me, did it feel like it was physical? Like is it tangible?
No. It feels like he was. It is pure magic.
Gotcha.
That's what you got when you had that little twinge where you were like, I can try to control this. Actually, okay, I'll say with a titanic effort, maybe. But it is going to cost you greatly.
Sure.
It would be okay. So here's if you try to move it physically, you're going to be taking damage, but it'll be an easier check. That being said, the check to move it with connecting to it through the weave is very difficult. You need a 25 Arcana check or a 20 Athletics check. But when you're moving it with Athletics, you are going to be taking damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep us in initiative, Scraad. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me. 16, Scraad remains asleep. So that'll take us back to the top of the order with Kenneth.
Can I attempt to wake Scott up?
Yeah, I'll say you can use your action to wake
All
Scraad.
right, I'll use the help action to help Scott awake.
Yeah, you shake him awake out of this.
Just here, come down here.
deep
Come on down.
slumber he's in.
I grab the back of your head and we'll just move it close to my mouth.
No. Reminds me of the monastery. Let's get out of here.
Shrek yells across there. What should we do? There's
Did we win?
it's eating souls by the second.
Oh, not spell magic.
Wait,
You
did
have
we
to
win?
grab the cord.
The what?
Cord, the umbilical cord.
Oh, and just
Yeah.
move it away. Okay. Do you want Shrek to attempt to do that?
If you can, yeah.
All right, Shrek. All right, this is just gonna be a sleight of hand check for Shrek to avoid getting. God, it's a 6 on the die.
Or it's kind of greasy.
Shrek doesn't even make it out on this this adamantine strut. He gets to it, starts to step out onto it, and just slips and tumbles backwards back onto solid ground. But he is not going to be making his way out there. The cure. Mr. Goliath, man, I used Shrek's advantage on his natural one earlier, and it was a 10.
Not going well for Shrek.
Unfortunately, Shrek is not rolling hot tonight.
So you're saying that there's an umbilical over where Shrek is?
Over in the center here, where the sphere is. Yeah, right there.
Right there.
Acererak moved the sphere of annihilation over where the souls were coming out of the soulmonger, and they're just getting eaten up. But that was where Jaeger tore the cord that connected the Atropal to the soulmonger.
And so they're coming out of the hole in the pot.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically. There's a little bit of tube that's still connected to the pot of souls. That Jaeger yells out basically, if you move that, you might be able to avoid souls getting eaten by the sphere of annihilation.
Right. We're able to move that. How big is it? How big is it?
What?
Like the I have a ruler, don't I? Just want to see how big across
Like the
this
two-
is.
Oh,
The soulmonger itself is 10 feet across. The sphere is 5 feet across.
And
So the big cylinder with the souls in it is 10 across.
I'm guessing the Sphere of Annihilation It's so when we've seen it come in contact with things, it just goes right through them, right?
Yeah, it ate Kakarol and Xeno Simon alive. Basically, it took an entire hole out of the chest of Abomination and a good chunk out of Jaeger's calf. Anything that enters it is annihilated, for lack of a better word.
I don't think I have any way of moving it.
It is a magical. It is a creation of magic. If you make an arcana, it's an arcana check of 25 to attempt to take control of it.
Arcana?
With your mind.
I have to get a nat 20.
You never know.
Oh, well, we have inspiration, right? Yeah. Okay, can I roll inspiration then? Or not inspiration, Arcana?
Yeah.
Okay. Oof. That's a 13.
Roll that 12, buddy.
Hey.
You know what? 12, so be it. Here's my inspiration. Oh, 23.
Oh, so
man.
You see it.
Ah,
It's starting.
Almost.
It quivers. It almost moves. But not quite.
My
The
mask
sword-
fills up with smoke.
which one? The
All
dozen
of them. All of them.
Yeah.
Like smoke stacks coming out of each eye.
Jaeger, your turn.
I'm gonna attempt to take control of it as well. I guess it's my best shot.
All right. Arcana check.
That one again.
My
Oh,
God.
Oh, you guys suck.
Oh. All right.
What the fuck? That's another nat 1. What's been going on
I just
today?
can't touch
Is it
that.
a full moon?
Yeah.
It's a full moon, isn't it?
I-
Too emotional about it.
I will say that, this morning I had a session where everyone's rolling 19 and 20.
You guys
So
stole
I
them
think
all.
karmic justice is, they stole them all.
Asura is going to rush across and attempt to move it on his next turn, but he has to dash to get there.
What is he gonna try and do? Grab it?
Scraaaahhhd, it's your turn. You're awake. You have a turn right after Asura.
Yeah, I didn't know if we won. Wait, is Asura already there?
Yeah, Asura dashes over there right before. Yeah, he was acting right before Acererak, and then you were right after. So it's your turn.
Okay. Let me see. I got my boots of springing and striding and all kinds of insane shit. I can
Oh, yeah,
rage.
you could-
I can rage into a dash. So the thing I don't follow is there's a pipe that's spitting.
Think of it
Alright.
more like an
Souls.
electrical cord.
So imagine you've got
Yeah.
like a big glass cylinder.
Yeah.
That's where the souls are.
Okay.
There was a tube that was coming out of that and into the big baby, feeding its souls.
Okay.
Jaeger ripped that tube in half,
Okay. So
and the
but they're not
souls started
spitting
spitting out.
out. Okay.
Acererak moved the sphere of annihilation over that, so that most of the souls that spit out are getting swallowed up by it.
So we've got a loose fire hose, is what I'm hearing.
Yes,
Okay.
it's maybe it's a short little. It's not like going all over the place. So it would take a like. You're gonna have to like hold it off to the side or move the sphere out of the way.
So this rigid, hard, wet, throbbing tube
Yes,
needs to be bent,
there we
is
go.
what I'm hearing you say.
Yes.
Oof.
Okay, well, I'm not going to say anything else. I think I should get advantage on this for reasons we don't want to go into.
I'll allow it.
Page 87 of my backstory. I think I've got like dash action and a few other things that I could probably leap to that spot.
I think with your boots you can make.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Yeah, I got a rage out with my cage out.
All right, if
and,
you're gonna rage, you get your athletics check with advantage.
Yeah, and also I get feral dash as
Oh.
well, but that's just its movement. That's just an increase in movement.
Yeah, you'll be able to get there easily.
Feral dash, and then I'll just make sure I have my little beast claws. And it's athletics. All right, it's plus 13. This is going to piss me off if this doesn't work.
Got 2 nat ones with a +9.
Yeah. We're
That
gonna
stings.
see if I can. 24?
24, you make it.
Okay, because it was a 3. The other one was a 3. Really pissed. Okay. Now I'm over there.
So you make it. That you still have your action. You can.
I'm gonna grapple that hard tube.
All right. Scraaaahhhd gets over. You just this massive
Okay.
standing leap across the pit of lava, land sliding across the top of the soul monger. Take the little bit of tube that remains and thrust it. I started the word already, so I have to finish saying it. Out to the side of the sphere, so that these souls just keep spitting out. They're not getting swallowed up by the sphere anymore. Instead, you see they begin spiraling up in this this tornado of light towards the ceiling as they get. Each one of them flashes.
Shit, there's a bug zapper up there.
They vanish in these little puffs of light, and eventually, after enough, maybe a minute or so of Scrud just lying there, the final soul from the soulmonger leaves the end of the tube, spirals up towards the ceiling, disappears.
I still want to keep laying on this meat tube a little bit.
Yeah, you got it there. You're almost there.
Yep.
If
anybody wants to move the sphere, though, wouldn't be a problem for me.
Yeah, that's true. I think in that time,
I think I've got a little. I don't know how long I can hold this.
maybe between Jaeger and the Cure, your combined efforts, you are able to take control of the sphere and move it away. It's just sort of hovering over the surface of the lava below. And after the last soul is out of the soulmonger, everything's quiet. There's just the bubbling of the lava below you. You're here in this final room after 6 floors of madness in the Tomb of Annihilation. Nepartak pokes her head out the bottom of the staircase. She's got the 3 little dolls in tow on one side and the zombified version of her grandmother on the other. Behind her, the drones that worship Kenneth. But Nepartak just looks out over all of you and says, "Is that it?"
When Acererak teleported away, did we get the feeling like he dissipated, or was it just like a typical teleport where he just somewhere?
It was it was like he teleported in, he teleported out.
Fuck.
Second lich we still have a problem with.
There is so on these 2 balconies on either side are littered with these like clay urns, but all of them are decorated incredibly ornately.
Mm-hmm.
And then behind you on this balcony that Jaeger and Kenneth are on is an archway that is filled with mist.
Like that you can go through?
You don't know?
No.
So is there that jar thing that these guys can put their souls in?
Oh, for the liches, you mean?
Say again?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have something that they're tied to. It could be one of these.
If he would have been a big enough, weenie, he probably would have had every lich in the world stick their shit in here.
Like a phylactery.
I don't think the flag through. He would just leave it out in the open for us here, though.
Sure, why not?
I mean, this isn't exactly out in the open.
Out, yeah.
It took a lot
This
to get
6
here.
floors.
Yeah.
This 6 floors deep of a death. You know.
Yeah. You guys have been through a lot of
With a
shit. to
baby.
get here.
Can I, assuming that I'm able to make it across these things sticking out of the wall, can I look in amongst the jars to see if any of them are missing, like a dust print or anything like that?
Yeah. But now that we're out of combat, you can carefully make your way across to these other balconies. What are you looking for?
If any of these clay pots are missing, after he was like, "Oh yes, you win, goodbye."
Okay. No, you take a look through these. Give me an Arcana check.
Assuming I would even knew that. Arcana has failed me before. Arcana has failed me now. 6.
Oh no. Yeah, you look through all of these all of these jars. You don't notice anything interesting particularly about any of them or any of them missing.
Does it look expensive?
Yeah.
I'll throw them in the lava.
Yeah.
All right.
They're all going to the lava, man.
Over the there's a couple of them that as you toss them over so you throw over, there's like here, let's see, there's about 12 on this first balcony. You toss over the first 5 and they just sort of plunk into the lava and begin to sink. You toss over the 6th, and it, as soon as it touches the surface of the lava, it bursts into this like purple mist gas. A flood of skulls begin to pour out of it and scream and are subsumed by the lava.
Oh, you got a good one.
That's
It's like fireworks.
And then you toss over the other 6, and nothing really happens.
a spicy one.
Yeah, that was spooky.
I want to try to see if I can get the Cure's help to move this orb through the archway in the mist.
That sounds dangerous.
Yes, right up your alley.
Oh. I was going to mark on them. Have we thrown all of them over yet?
The Cure did this balcony on the left. The right, not the right one yet. You want to go over to the right one?
I will if the Cure isn't.
Yeah, I mean, I'll eventually move over there, and then also I will try to move the orb to the portal.
So while the Cure is tossing over the first group of them, Scraaaahhhd, you go over to the other balcony.
Okay. I think I'm putting in chat what I'm writing down. Just putting that on the. I'm writing. I've got my pencil, so I'm writing those on the jars.
Yeah. Yep.
Just gonna start hucking them over.
Oh no, you're not really writing that, are you? Jesus.
Oh yeah.
The third one, as you toss it into the lava, explodes in a blinding flash of green light, and then the other 6 just sink into lava beneath.
Ugh.
Undeath is a
Those were probably
pre-existing
important.
condition.
Yeah, it's a pre-existing condition. He's out of network. I will guarantee that.
I think the first one was just a bottle of farts.
Well, it could have been who's the person that oh God, what was the guy's name that betrayed the shit out of us at every turn?
Oh,
Aladdin?
no,
Yeah.
the lich that
Yeah,
Withers.
the one Aladdin teamed up
Valindra.
with. Yeah,
Withers.
Valindra.
Valindra
Who?
Oh, and Withers.
and Withers.
I've never met these people before. Must have been before I joined the party.
Jaeger, as you and the Cure focus together to move the sphere of annihilation towards the misty doorway. I'm gonna say by now. It feels like as it gets within about a foot of the doorway, it becomes increasingly difficult for you to move. It's like two magnets of the same pole getting closer and closer. They're resisting more and more until it simply will not move any further.
Can we dispel it?
How do they work? I don't have dispel anything.
I can't spell.
You're trying to dispel the
Yeah, like if we have enough control to be able to
The
end it or
gateway.
whatever.
Give me an Arcana check. If it's a 1 again, I simply don't know what we'll
It's
do.
27.
Wow.
Okay, 27. You know that this is not. This is an artifact level magical item.
Okay.
This is something that would take
The gate or the orb?
the orb.
Oh.
Yeah, the orb itself is an incredibly powerful magical item. It's here. Let me read you with a 27. Let me read you exactly what it says.
Ooh.
This sphere is a hole in the multiverse, hovering in space and stabilized by a magical field surrounding it. Oh, so you know what? I would say yes, you could attempt to dispel it.
I have an idea.
What?
Oh, we should have thrown the jars at it. Shit.
Oh, wait.
This Staff of the True Mage casting also is a multiverse item.
Mm.
Mhm.
I'm going to
Put the thing inside the thing.
yeah
Yeah,
see if I can't cause a
this will work.
multiverse paradox of some kind. So I'm
Nice
going
knowing
to
you all.
chuck that in.
Okay, go ahead and
Hold on just a
roll
second. I'm putting something in chat as a suggestion.
Yeah, it's too meta for me. I'm chucking it in.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll a D100.
Okay.
That is your damage.
11.
Okay. Okay. On a 1 through 50, sphere is destroyed.
Oh wow.
You toss this
Oh.
This item, this powerful item that can touch other universes into this hole in the multiverse, and it shrinks almost to the size of the toothpick on the very edge of the hole, and then it's a little pinprick, and it's nothing. The staff is gone, but so is the sphere.
All right. And I'll delete this out there. Just delete. All right. That's one problem solved. I'm gonna tap Asura on the shoulder and be like, all right, I think our job isn't done yet. I think we have to go through there. And I'm gonna start heading in.
I'll follow.
Yeah.
Nepartak.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
See ya.
See ya.
Nepartak is going to hop onto Shrek's back. She has the 3 little dolls in tow. The drones at this point have swarmed Kenneth. They're all going, "Congratulations, Master! You have won! You are so wonderful and beautiful!"
Thank you. Maybe I'll have them carry me through this mist.
All right.
It's like a chariot of drones.
So.
And I never walked again.
As Shrek carrying Nepartak in the 3 little soul bound Bellas, the zombie of Nepaka stays behind. Doesn't seem able to pass this threshold. And Nepaka gives a little nod, a tight smile, and looks forward. As you step through the gate of mist, you each are deposited back at the entrance to the Tomb of the 9 Gods. The large black obelisk.
Is the gas still here?
As you pop out, you see, no, the gas is not here,
Thank God.
and neither is anything else. There is a massive crater before you.
Like the whole city's gone?
Where, like, the entire ruined city has been annihilated. There is still this waterfall to the northeast of you, now plummets down into the base where it meets the pool of lava and sizzles. But the ruined city of Omu is no more.
Oh shit.
Would you say
The other
would you say
thing
that
you see,
it's ruined?
I would say it's ruined.
Fuck.
I would say it is thoroughly ruined. There's basically all you can see, maybe the top quarter of this of this amphitheater, and nothing else of Omu remains.
Well, looks like our work here is done.
Other than there's this strange shadow on the ground,
Donkey.
I don't know.
and it's something that it doesn't really make sense until you look up and notice what's casting the shadow, which is not something I think any of you would have seen before.
No.
It looks like a galleon, like a ship
Betsy?
that is suspended in the air. Actually, I guess you all have seen something like this
Betsy?
before, thanks to
Is it Betsy?
New Betsy.
Betsy?
This
Yeah.
is somewhat more mundane than that. It is suspended by a massive balloon.
We should call Betsy and see if she recognizes that ship.
I have one question.
Yes.
Do we still feel like we have the powers of the 9 gods that we absorbed, or is that also dissipated?
As you step through the misty gate, the power fades from you. The magic items, so Kenneth's wand of wonder,
Oh.
anything else you gained from any of these tombs disintegrates as you step through.
Son of a bitch, that's everything I have.
Yeah, do the masks fall off essentially?
No, only the. I mean, literally out of the one of the 9 tombs of the gods. They were very specific
Mhm.
items, and I don't have character sheets up right now, so I don't remember
Why
what
ring
they
of
are.
protection, you lucky bastard.
Yeah, ring of protection, wand of wonder.
I don't remember
Um,
what stats mine changed
I don't
or
either.
how to fix them.
That's okay.
We'll deal with that later.
As you all emerge into and you all remember your journey through Schultz. It has been a dismal, dark, and rainy time. But as you come out through the misty gate, it is sunny.
Oh.
And until this massive airship cuts between you and the sun, and distantly you hear these sort of shouts of,
Hey, it's Jaeger. Hey, guys.
everybody go ahead and give me a perception check.
Better not be Al.
Yeah, we're gonna have explaining to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill him.
18.
Okay?
5. Or 10.
No.
10.
11.
Kenneth, your eyes adjust faster than everybody else's, and you notice. Well, I don't know with Kenneth. You notice a couple of familiar faces poking out over the side of the boat.
I
A human with long hair and a beard, and a saurian-looking creature.
guys, I have no idea who these people are.
Well, what's the story again?
And then a row of heads pop up next to that duo. The airship begins to swing low.
I think they're coming in to attack.
Yeah, they're coming in to attack. I'm ready.
It gets about 100 feet above the ground, right next to you guys, and a long rope ladder is sent out over the side, falls into the dirt before you.
Saw this in a movie once. Don't go.
What's a movie?
You'll find out in a couple of years.
Let's go.
I heard it stairs. It stairs in the
once-
woods. You don't want to take.
All right. Once they get this close, Jaeger, you see the row of heads poking out are all your brothers.
Oh.
The rest of the Bruise brothers are aboard this ship next to Artist Simber and Dragonbait.
Well, I'll climb the rope then.
As you make your way up the ladder, you're hauled up the last 5 feet and brought into a great embrace between how many of your brothers?
There should be 6 left.
4 more?
Oh,
6
5
more.
left,
Okay.
5 left,
5 left. There's a big 5 brother surround you in this big crushing hug, and they're just talking your ear off. They're going, you went through the Tomb of Annihilation. You came out alive, and you ended the curse, didn't you? And that's amazing.
Yep. We honored our brother's memory and finished his deed. And
What did you see down there? What was it like?
it was a mess, and we lost some good people. But we'll have to revive Jacob, and I'll pull out a diamond that I got on this adventure.
All of their eyes at once go like,
What?
They're so excited
I
about
like the idea
this.
that they're just dragging him around this whole time, so they just haul him out.
Yeah. Yeah, he's right downstairs. We can do it as soon. I mean, we need to find a cleric,
Yeah.
but as soon as we find a cleric,
Clerics.
are the rest of your friends coming up?
I don't know. I'll look over the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this might be the only way out.
Kenneth's drones fly him up,
Well, that's cheating.
deposit him on the deck of the ship.
So I guess it's,
Thanks.
yeah.
Well, you'll hear say, you'll be looking up. You'll see Artist Simber and Dragonbait and be like, "Who the fuck are they?"
Oh, who the fuck is that? That wasn't. I thought you had your. I thought you had your Xavier friend with you. You sort of. Who's that fella?
Funny story. Just kind of Xavier just kind of disappeared. And this guy popped up in his place.
And he's not evil.
Oh, I think he's evil.
Only to lawyers.
Something, but not evil.
No one ever really checked.
Yeah. Maybe we can get
I
that
could
taken
rub my
care of with
hands
the
together.
cleric.
He's a doctor, though.
Yeah. Oh, he's a doctor. That could be useful. You see, as you come up, one of Dragonbait's arms has been severed at the elbow.
Oh God.
It's in sort of a sling right now. But he still greets you with a happy sort of snort, and you smell the scent of lemons.
That's going pretty far
Lemons
back.
and mint.
I think that's a good smell.
It is a good smell. It's a happy to see you smell.
Good smell. I guess I'll go up very reluctantly.
Artist Simber introduces himself to you as well as Dragonbait, and then I assume the row of Bruise brothers.
I'm a doctor.
Every one of them hugs you. And then as soon as you say a doctor, they each start to show you like their rashes and all the stuff they want you to
They're
check
not as
out.
dirty as I am, though.
I need gold first, guys. Jesus.
Oh yeah, well I mean you're a friend of Jaeger, so you're a friend of ours, right?
Yeah.
Right. So friends don't. We'll talk about it later. Come on, let's have a drink.
Oh yeah, 5% interest. Perfect.
Hey, I've still got those 3 words. So anyway. Clamber up after these guys. Is Asura back up yet? And check?
Yeah, Asura comes up as well. Asura, Shrek, each. The Bruise brothers explain that they found the wreckage of this airship in the jungle. The crew, there are a number of crew members here as well. They all look pretty emaciated.
They weren't attacked by.
But on the up and up. The Bruise brothers explained that they found this airship wrecked in the jungle. They fought off the zombies that were swarming it, helped the crew fix him up with the promise that they would go and be ready for their brother when he came out of the tomb, because they knew you were coming out, Jaeger. On the way, they happened to answer the distress call of one Artis Simber, who had managed to escape the frost giants that were chasing him, and reunited with Dragonbait along the way, although Dragonbait obviously took a bit of beating along the way. And then Artis says, so where would y'all like to go back to? Is there anywhere you'd like to stop off on along the way back to Port Nine Zaru? I assume it's our last
we have that cave where River Mist and Flask of Wine are. We should stop and pick them up.
Shrek pipes up and says, yeah, that's my home. So I'd like to stop there as well, if you wouldn't mind.
We left corpses in your house? I'm sorry.
Well, you left, yeah, but I look, it's far from the worst thing that's been in there.
I guess it's true. You live there.
He slaps you on the back and farts.
How does Dragonbait take that?
Dragonsbait's nostrils shut entirely. They've got like you know how cats have a third eyelid.
Oh, yeah.
He has a nose lid.
Third nostril.
No, it's like Keepers Creepers, right?
Yeah.
Slams shut. The airship. It's a short journey back to Shrek's cave, where the airship again lowers down to close to the ground. Shrek climbs down, heads into his cave. There's a brief period where you're all just waiting, and then Flask of Wine walks out. You see he's got like the cat equivalent of a long beard. He's got the cat equivalent of he hasn't shaved in a few days or a few weeks. He climbs the ladder and gives you all not a cold welcome, but it's almost like he hasn't talked to another person in a while. Shrek would also, if there's any, Shrek would go around and say his goodbyes before he left, if there's anything. He jokes about the dragon meat that he's got ready to cook in the cave.
I also stashed a Tyrannosaurus Rex jawbone in there because I couldn't carry it. So
right.
Yeah, I'll bring that right up for you. He sends it up with Flask of Wine. But Shrek seems very content to be going back to his peaceful life. Although he does right before he heads down the ladder, he looks at all of you and says, so it's gonna be a year from now, huh? Right?
Yeah. Well, we'll see each other.
I can't wait.
I do home visits.
Yeah.
All right. I could use a little bit of alone time now, but I think a year from now, give or take, I'll be right ready to see
I'll
y'all
give the
again.
big greasy hug.
Yeah, big greasy hug right back.
Oil, onion oil.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he is so. It's
We're all pretty ripe right now.
you guys forgot until you smelled fresh air again. You had forgotten the particular stench that Shrek gives off.
I don't see what the big deal is.
Shit.
Yeah.
And neither do any of your brothers.
Also,
Flask of wine comes back up with the T-Rex bone. Gives all of you sort of a little nod and says, "Did you get what you came here for?"
We ended the curse.
So did he out of one of his little side pockets, he pulls out this little clump of dark gray fur. The clearly river mists fur.
We'll find a way to raise your
And-
sister.
He just nods and puts it back in that pocket and then reaches out and sort of like gives you the predator handshake, clap on the back. It is very good to see you all again.
You do.
mm-hmm.
I don't know who you are. Looks at the cure.
I'm the cure.
That's my line.
Again, we don't. Neither do we.
The cure. Welcome. It is. I knew these guys all the way from Port Nines-R. Where are you from?
As a matter of fact, funny you should say, I am from somewhere far away that I don't remember.
Interesting.
All I know is that everyone keeps telling me I
Seems-
sneak attacked some guy named Xavier.
Oh, you did. Well, Xavier was my favorite.
Oh,
I loved
really?
No one could turn green like him in a boat.
Yes, he was so very seasick.
Sounds like a nerd.
The airship has lifted off again, and this journey that took you weeks.
Oh, I do want to stop back to see Princess Loxenray.
Oh, that.
We may have found her skull chalice.
Yes, you take the airship on a slight diversion to Kirsamal. As you approach
Throw her out the side.
you get close. You see Aarakocra guards swirling. One of them comes close and lands on the deck, but he's one who recognizes you. Swiftly flies back to the city. All of the defenses. Frankly, I don't know if they really would have had defenses against something like this, but any defenses they would have had are taken down by the time you arrive at the cliffside city, and instead there is a welcoming party. You see Nafir, Ashara, the elders of the city, surrounded by a crowd of Aarakocra monks, all covered with this golden powder that you remember powdering yourselves with quite liberally. last time you were there,
No.
as well as Waxanare and her baby brother, whose name is... You know what? It's okay. Her baby brother's there too. There is a smattering of applause as the captain sort of figures out a way to dock the boat alongside this cliff. A plank is sent across for you all to walk across, and Ashara greets you all first as the elder. She says, "I trust the wings, the gift of the Aarakocra, served you well in your journeys across Trolt."
When was this?
Ah, yeah. Who are you?
I'm a doctor.
You're a doctor, now, are you? Well, I have this thing. She starts to lift up her
There's a lack of medical
typical
the
care.
back of her shirt.
Oh yeah.
Typical affliction.
Anyway, Waxanare has been asking about you non-stop ever since you left. Is there something about a chalice? Or... I don't. Honestly, it's in one ear hole and out the other.
She is a little tiresome. But I'm gonna step aside and reveal what's her name? The daughter? Or not?
Yes. What's her name? I had to scroll so far up to find Waxanare, and now I have
Yeah,
to
you gotta find another thing. Ha ha ha, Ep43. And then Sarka too.
Nepertak,
Yeah.
yes.
And since she likes big beefy guys, I'm gonna throw him into the thing too.
Nepertak and Moxanare make eye contact, and there is immediately a sort of recognition as Moxanare goes, Are you my... And Nepertak goes, "Yes, your cousin. Long lost cousin. It's so good to be back." And Waxanare gets the message that she shouldn't drop that this girl is an undead monstrosity from centuries ago, and just nods and says, "I'm sure my brother will be delighted to have a playfellow around the place." And Nepertak goes, "I think it'll be lovely for me to have someone my age to spend time with." And Nepertak and the after she gives each of you one last hug, runs off with the boy prince of Chult. Meanwhile, the rest of this sort of this crowd is starting to disperse. They've given you all. They bring jugs of holy water, various offerings to each of you, because as you hear, the undead menace in Chult has basically shrunk to nothing over the past maybe 48 hours you've been flying over the jungles. The sentries have come back with reports of bodies lining the floor of the jungle, but none of them returning to life as of yet. But they know that means that the souls are now at rest rather than trapped where they were previously. And word of your mission to do something about the death curse has spread, and clearly something has been done about the death curse, and you're the only ones alive who have said that you were going to do something about the death curse. So they put 1 and 2 and 3 together. And flasks of Tej, that honey flavored alcohol, are passed to you, Kenneth.
Ooh, the good stuff.
A good number of them start to speak to you, the cure, about various ailments that they have, but pretty quickly figure out that's not. One of them goes, "Not right now. He's had a lot on his mind recently. Do you take HMO?"
Yeah. I think
Perfect.
IOUs.
Well, IOUs even better. I've got this thing. Pull up their pant leg.
Oh, yeah. Damn. I've seen this once at a time.
Feather rot. They've all got feather rot. Scraaaahhhd, you have a moment aside with Moxanare, who ever since you came back, her eyes have been locked on you. And she says,
My eyes are up here. Okay.
Of course. You were able to turn the item?
I think you've already met the item.
She chuckles and then...
All I'm gonna say is,
Okay, seriously.
keep her talking, keep her happy. I think she needs a puppy.
I think we can do something about
But
that.
if I were you, I would work on settling in where I am, because I don't think there's much left of the city. Like, real estate values have taken a definite plunge.
She nods. You see in her eyes that maybe she already knew that.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, I was a noble for a bit. I guess I had an idea of what that meant. And I thought it was important. I thought it was... I think the important thing is to help people.
Well, I think that sometimes you do have to give up a kingdom to save things that are really important to you.
And she looks around at the jungle below, the vast expanse of jungle visible from here up on Kirsabal. It was a pretty shitty kingdom anyway.
Well, being king of shit mountain is still king of shit mountain. But yes, I get it. But there's somebody who could maybe help you carve out a new kingdom. And I'm gonna bring my big beefy friend over, because I think she has a type.
Her eyes like when she lays eyes on Asura.
His eyes are up there, but it's okay. I do it too. And I'm gonna sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna also tell Asura, it's like, she needs somebody too, man. It's never too late to start over.
my lady. I will serve. He takes a knee, and with one hand over his heart, as his head is bowed, Moxonari makes eye contact with you and goes. And then she goes, yes, well, my kingdom requires only the greatest protector. You'll have to prove your worth to me. Go ahead and walk up those stairs very slowly.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a smack on the ass, and I'll say, you can fit so much defenders in this baby, and I'll smack him on the ass as he goes up.
Oh, jeez.
There's a certain thirstiness
Uh,
that she and I both share.
Asura gives a grim nod to you and to Moxonari before he walks up the stairs. Moxonari ogling him the entire way.
Yeah, that loincloth is pretty short.
After a day of celebration, you all reboard the airship and make the final day's travel back to Port Nyanzaru, where all of this began. You land on one of the docks, admittedly not designed for airships to land on, but in a pinch, it works. And around there a crowd has gathered by the time you all make this. The crew is able to make this descent work out. And among the crew, you see, what's his name?
What is his name?
What's whose name?
Wakanga. The merchant prince who you all were introduced to via Syndra Sylvain when you first were teleported to Port Nyanzaru. And by his side, you see Syndra Sylvain herself, who, again, this was literally 2 years ago in real time. She was succumbing to the injuries that killed her the first time, essentially. She had been burned to death and then reincarnated from that. And the burns were beginning to overtake her again. And instead you see a hale and hearty woman with silver hair, color in her cheeks, a smile on her lips as you all deboat, de-airship.
Disembark is the phrase you might be looking for. Jinx.
As you disembark.
Like deboning.
Deboned. No, that's not it.
Syndra greets you all very warmly, saying, "You've done it. I truly didn't know if it was possible, but you all, you've exceeded my wildest expectations." She looks at you, Jaeger, and says, well, and your 6 brothers behind you, and says, "I assume you are Bruce brothers."
All of us, except for one.
I owe it to you to make that right. I will connect you with my personal cleric, He is a devotee of lavender, nothing fishy. I am more than happy to provide a material component myself for your loss.
We lost another on this journey that should be due that same respect, and that is flask of wine here.
Flask of wine steps forward, eyes cast down, but gives a little sideways glance at you, at Jaeger. You can see the tears in his eyes. And Sindra says, "Certainly, whatever you need, I'm more than happy to. You've given me back my life. For that, I'm eternally grateful to all of you. Who are you?" She looks at the cure.
Oh, I think you're muted.
I'm stuck in that forest.
Hmm.
You employed me at the very beginning. I've been in there for months.
The cure! My goodness, I thought you were dead.
So did I.
Oh, but you joined these fellows along the way?
Oh, kind of. I was wandering the forest and then I got teleported to where they were, which was weird.
Mysterious.
Yeah, very mysterious.
I'm sorry. It's been such a long time. Remind me what I had promised you as a reward for completion.
I said originally it was 1,000 gold, but I said for each day that I'm stranded in there, it was going to be another 50 gold.
Yes, and I did sign that contract.
Yes, because I am a doctor. The whole reason I'm out there was trying to figure out what was going on with your arm, which is doing all the weird spooky skeleton thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah, right. That's mostly cleared out now.
Yes, I am a doctor. I am the cure.
Yes, I remember. You're the doctor.
How we read.
Right. So, by your rough calculations, that would come out to.
Who's to say? 32, repeating, of course. 1,000 gold.
You don't have your own private practice, do you?
I mean, I'm a traveling doctor, so I mean.
Right. How would you like to settle down? Have a contingency of dedicated patients. Say, old adventurers with old adventuring wounds who really need maybe just a little bit of ointment here and there now and then, but would be willing to pay premium.
I might accept that, but as one more addition to this, I must have available information of every weird disease that people have come across or they're to be have come across.
All right,
I must be able to travel there and investigate.
Oh, so a travel budget, certainly, absolutely.
A proverbial disease X-Files, if you will.
Yes, of course. I think we can come to an arrangement.
Yes, I am a doctor.
And she sticks out the hand that was previously withered by flame. Now is completely.
I remember though.
Oh, you remember. You remember what it was like.
Yeah.
She shakes your hand and takes you, Jaeger, and flask of wine off to meet with her.
One other thing.
Her cleric.
I have these 3 children that were transformed as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm their father.
Is there a way we can restore these children to their normal state?
Give me a highs or a lows.
We're gonna go lows. Thanks for the
Okay.
follow, Got Ducks.
Syndra
Appreciate that.
takes so I'm all the way back at the beginning of the adventure here. I don't remember. Straw bundle and
It's the only one I ever got the name for.
the straw bundle. Yeah, that's the only one I can remember off the top of my head. So straw bundle and the others.
The professor and Mary Ann.
She takes a look at them over her half moon spectacles, and goes, "Well, I don't know myself, but I'm certain that my good friend the Cure here will be able to put some time and effort into studying their particular
I'm a doctor.
needs. Won't he, children?" And she reaches out and tickles Straw Bundle under the arm. He giggles and goes, "I can't feel anything, but I know that's supposed to tickle."
Oh crap!
No Face and JoJo. Was
Oh,
that one?
God.
JoJo.
Syndra scoops up Straw Bundle and JoJo along the way. She also has a powerful cleric in her employ. She will refer them to. But in the meantime, Kenneth, from here on this dock where you've landed, you and Scraaaahhhd have sort of been standing back from the crowd. You notice an adjacent dock with an old man that's sitting on the dock on a rocking chair, a pipe in his mouth, rocking back and forth.
Hey, should we
Familiar old man.
we go and break it to the guy that he married the wrong boat?
Oh. I guess we should probably talk to him.
Yeah, but are we gonna break it to him?
We'll see how things turned out first.
Okay.
They're divorced.
Yeah, let's go cautiously approach this old man on the sea.
This bib overhauls.
So the two of you break away from the crowd and sort of slink across to this empty, quiet dock. As you approach, both of you give me a perception check.
It's not bad.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Hey, it's good.
Hey,
Hey.
that's pretty good.
Hey, that's not.
That's not bad. Scraaaahhhd, you're focused on the old man rocking back and forth, trying to confirm if this is the guy you remember or not. Kenneth, your attention sort of drifts into the water, and you notice you remember the last time you met old Pete.
Right.
He had two boats. He had old Betsy,
Mhm.
and he had another boat. To which he was wed before you left, believing it to be old Betsy.
I do
We stole
remember
it for
officiating
place.
that wedding.
Mhm.
But now, you look in the water, you see that other boat and about a dozen single-person-sized boats, tiny boats.
Good news.
I am very concerned about this.
Wait, they don't have human arms or legs or
yeah, I'm
anything?
waiting for that.
Yeah, they're just boats, but
Oh,
As
they're underneath,
you
okay.
approach, you don't see it. This old man sort of stops his rocking, pops down a second pair of spectacles over the first pair of spectacles that was over his eyes, and then squints, and he goes, "Oh, Kenneth, is that you?"
Yeah. Just checking in to see how my favorite couple was doing.
My gosh, it's been a dog's age since I saw you. And he takes about 30 whole seconds to get up and out of his rocking chair.
Oh no, don't get up. I'll say after he gets up.
He does get up.
It's
He gets
after
up.
he's fully standing, I'll say, "Oh no, don't get up."
Oh no, I wouldn't. I've got to greet the fellow who gave me the love of my life in marriage. A hug. And he opens his arms wide.
Yeah. All right.
My God, me and Delilah have been happier than a pair of clams in a broth. You and I, she and I, you met the little goons?
No.
Nope. Don't know
No.
anything about no gooners.
Well, that's Becky, that's Clyde, that's Junior, that's Hans, that's Schmeckle, that's Hoobastank, that's
Bodie McBoatface?
Little Bitsy, that's Underground Rap, that's my good friend, that's Socks, that's Twilight, that's Edward, that's Jacob, and that one back there, that's Kenneth Jr.
Oh.
He names every one of the little tiny boats.
Well,
They float there, tethered to the dock.
I see you're
I wasn't listening.
really built yourself a whole fleet here in Cholt.
Oh, well, it's thanks to you. You are the one who made our love. He puts a hand to his mouth and says, "Between you and me, Delilah and I had a thing on the side going for quite some time, and it was you taking Betsy away was the best thing that ever happened to us, and also marrying me and Delilah without me knowing."
Kenneth, calling
Well,
Betsy right now.
I guess
Boat
they always,
drama.
the Lord works in mysterious ways.
He surely does. He crosses himself, and because he believes in the Christian God.
Yes.
Little boats of Cholt.
Yeah, I was thinking like the real boat wives of Cholt. Yeah.
Yeah.
The real boat wives.
Nice.
Well, truly, you've done Cholt a service from what I've heard, and you've done myself and good old Delilah a good turn as well. Has Betsy been
all the day's
treating
work.
you all right? All in the day's work for good old Kimmel.
Yeah. Betsy's was actually came in clutch and saved us in a dungeon at one point.
Oh, that's just like Betsy.
You never thought that she would be able to fit inside someplace like that, but
Oh, Betsy will surprise you.
yeah, that's for sure.
Oh. All right, well, I'm tired.
All right.
He sits down in his rocking chair and immediately starts snoring.
Well, I wish the best of you and your gooners or schooners or whatever you want to call them.
I think he's done. God.
Best they don't grow up having any oars.
So what are you gonna do, man? I mean, you've opened up a whole new world of love here. You could build on that.
I don't think I will.
What do you think you'll do?
I think it's time I leave this place. It's a strange world out there. Much to learn.
To do what? Oh, to learn?
Yeah.
You're gonna be sober now?
And to spread the word of Kenneth.
Oh, that's right. You've got all the mechanoids with you too.
Yeah, the 5 mechanoids rise out of the water next to
25.
you. We are here too. We have been here the whole time.
We'll have to start. Yes, spread the good word. Spread the word of Kenneth, I suppose. Whatever that means.
We will take you away, Father Kenneth. Away!
Okay.
Wherever you would like to go.
Scraaaahhhd, what are you doing?
I think I'm going back and see how Lenny's doing.
Oh yeah.
You be well.
All right. Well, I'm sure we'll see each other around, right?
Oh sure.
I mean,
I think I've got.
So-
You guys said I got a year.
oh.
Right, we got a year before.
Oh right. Yeah.
You gotta
yeah.
do a
yeah.
thing?
Right. That's right.
And well, you know,
I should really write this down.
you write that down because actually, here's a pen. Well, you know what? I won't be needing these anymore. And I give you all the scrolls and the magic bottles and the pen.
Oh.
I don't think I'll need
All
these
right.
now.
Maybe I'll start journaling.
Yeah, and also, in a year, if you need me, just give me a call.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you be well. Give Lenny my best.
Oh, I will. And also, and also Doug. And maybe,
yeah,
maybe Darkheart will show up. Who knows? If you see him, let him know I miss him.
I sure will. He's out there somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Now we have to walk back up the pier after we said all that. We still have to walk side by side up the pier with nothing else to say.
No, the Quadrones take Kenneth under the arms and legs and fly him out over the sea.
Don't drop him.
Away.
Away!
It's like Santa. It's so close to Christmas. We should just have bells on you or something.
Ding, ding,
Yep.
ding, ding.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just start walking and head back to the valley.
Scraaaahhhd, you walk your way back towards the other dock. You find your way to Syndra Sylvain, who's with Wakanga and her cleric. You walk in just in time to watch the resurrections.
I was told there was a stone that
see-
was going to get rolled out of the way, and I was here to help.
This cleric, deep in concentration, incense being burned in this room, the heavy scent, holy water sprinkled over the little relics that that Jaeger took from Jacob and that flask of wine took from River Mist. You see all of the Bruise brothers like holding hands in one corner. Flask of wine is intertwined into that, holding little hands on both sides. The chanting, a little glow of light on these two thin mattresses that are laid out on the floor. As you see these two humanoid forms beginning to coalesce back into existence. It takes a minute, but the light takes shape and takes on shadow and form until you see lying side by side Jacob Bruise and River Mist.
Mhm.
They both slowly, their eyes flutter open. And the first thing Jacob, actually, what would Jacob do?
I've got that on a bracelet.
It's a good question.
He has not been aware of where he's been, I will say.
Okay.
The last
Well, he
thing
doesn't
he
have
was
before.
aware of was Valindra Shadowmantle
1,000-yard stare.
killing him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll probably jump up swinging, be like, "Die, lich!" and then realize that he's not anywhere near where he was.
I think all of the brothers like nod in agreement. They're like, that's a fair assessment. You're not with her anymore, brother. You're with us.
Oh. Well, then I guess we did it.
Jaeger did it, and they all clap.
The
Jaeger
smelly
on the
one.
back.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah. Well, look. He's got I guess, yeah, the smelly one.
Well, I'm proud of you, little bro. And he'll get up and give him a hug. And, of course, that'll just turn into this giant man pile of brothers.
Yeah, big old pile. Meanwhile, River Mist and Flask of Wine are reuniting on one side. And after that, Flask of Wine sort of approaches you, the Cure, and says, I heard you were perhaps starting a clinic specializing in afflictions.
Yeah. Got one?
Not personally, but I am familiar. And his hand like sort of twitches to the silver dagger that he keeps on his head.
Perfect. Want to be my assistant?
We would love nothing more.
Yeah, perfect. I start off at 5 gold per day.
They both raise their eyebrows and then go, yes, we'll start at 5 gold.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna give them both like the pet cuddle that we shared.
They do. They after they finish speaking with the Cure, they come over.
Yeah,
to
they
the
just
Scraaaahhhd
rub up
and give
against my
each a
leg.
nuzzle.
Yeah, give each other a nuzzle. And when
He's,
sorry.
It is good to see you again. River Mist says.
Yep, it's good to smell you too.
We all need a bath.
Eh,
And she starts licking herself. She and Flask of Wine both start licking themselves.
The brothers
Oh,
start
gosh.
dragging everybody into the big pile of hug that they're doing.
yeah,
So it's just you. It's just Scraaaahhd and Syndra on the outside of this big cuddle puddle.
Not for long.
And Syndra looks at you, Scraaaahhd, and goes, I can teleport you wherever you would like to. Is there anyone you would like to see?
yeah. Well, first, I'm gonna work into the cuddle puddle and
Yes.
oil my way
Take
in
your
and like a
Mingle.
wrecking ball, just so I can get to Jacob. And I'm gonna say I'm sorry.
Sorry for what? We won.
I know, but you didn't for a minute there,
It was
and
it was an experience.
I just wasn't good enough, and I'm glad it turned out well.
My friend, you did this without me. You were more than enough.
Thanks. Okay, I'm gonna like ooze my way back out. I don't know whether I push through or do I come back out.
Yeah, you slick your way back
Okay,
out, Blue.
so my legs
you
fly
pop
out.
out like a bar
Yeah.
of soap.
But I will not be dropped. So I give whatever the name of the village by a blue river is. She just knows what that is.
You describe it.
Yeah.
To her.
It's wherever these
and
go. I
She.
give her the file.
That's perfect. You hand her the vial. She holds it in her hand. She feels the weight of it. She looks at you and she says, "This is where you would like to go."
Yep. I got people there.
Her eyes well with tears, and then she puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "Have a good homecoming. I'm sure they missed you."
I know they did. But I kept in touch. Plus, Kenneth knows how to find me.
And as she puts her hand on your shoulder, she squeezes, and you feel yourself grow very heavy, then very light, then very heavy again. And you are back on the outskirts of your village, standing on the riverbank.
Yep, I'm gonna go find Lenny.
You look out at the burned ruins of your home. Every building, 201, burned down to the foundations decades ago. The way you remember it.
Mm-hmm.
And still from here, you remember the path back to where you came from, the cave set into into the cliff face. The small yard out front that rises up to a little plateau. That little plateau was the best view. This whole area, just barely above the treetops. You take a second to peek inside inside the cave mouth. It's dark.
Mm-hmm.
It's quiet. It's peaceful. You make your way back, and then you make your way up the plateau, where you see Lenny.
There he is.
Peacefully munching on the tall grasses here atop the plateau.
Right where we left him.
There, where he's gone. Yep.
Where you left him.
Is
You
he
guys were worried.
is he where he's supposed to be?
Right where he's supposed to be.
Well, Lenny, it's been a long road getting from there to here.
He brays and moves over to you and starts to nuzzle his head against where your palm should
Yeah.
be.
Well, it's over, buddy.
you look past him to the pile of paper and files. The letters you've sent day in and day out for weeks. The ledger of your adventures in Jolt. Just past that, you see right where you left them, a row of gravestones.
Yep. Moms.
Right where you left them.
Moms, uncles. I'm not a monster.
And sitting cross-legged, the crimson crown of his head just poking out of the tall grass.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Hey, Jeff. Yeah. Is it Darkheart? Or is it what's left of him?
Return here?
It's the way you remember him.
Oh, good. I'm just gonna go sit down next to him now.
As the mist comes in over the river, the sun starts to set. And in the distance, thunder rumbles. Where in the distance back on Chult, where Jaeger and Jacob embrace, where the Cure and his two new lab assistants, Rivermist and Flask of Wine, prepare plans for their new clinic, as Kenneth flies over the ocean, kept aloft by his drone followers. All of you remember, as Shrek in his cave and Asura on his cliffside abode with Moxinare, all of you remember the promise that the Volibear made to you, that in 1 year they will be back. Will officially end Tomb of Annihilation campaign on Architects of Fate.
Woo!
After 2+ years. But perhaps keep the door open for a high-level one-shot.
We'll see.
Only time will tell.
All right. Well, thanks, Dave, especially. Thank you to our players. Thank you to our chat and Mr. Glythman for all of his contributions specifically. It's been a fun campaign. Long one. And,
Thank you all for sticking in there. Truly. That was a trek.
It's been good. It's been a lot of fun. We did a lot of wild stuff. And
The trek to the stars.
getting to tie it all together. So
It's on Tuesdays, I think.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
it's
different
some
show.
other days. Different show.
So if it's your first time checking us out and you haven't already, please hit that follow button down at the bottom right hand side of the screen, and check out other stuff that we do throughout the week. starting with tomorrow night. I'm on the wrong thing. Tomorrow night.
Oh,
Tomorrow.
starts with an M.
Is tomorrow back in business? Yeah, back in business.
Yeah.
All right. Tensions escalate in Star Trek Back in Business as the crew battles glowing rats. Interesting.
Oh.
Struggles to repair their ship and deciphers cryptic planetary interference. Noit, an Orion with a rebellious streak, faces a dangerous mental duel with ancient entities imprisoned beneath the moon's surface, their fates tied to the mysterious helmet he wears. Meanwhile, Cash Dash, the Ferengi captain with an eye for profit, finds himself caught between salvaging the moon's potential riches and the crew's survival. Gorath, the resourceful engineer, and his wife, Lyra, the ship's medical officer, race to unravel the mysteries of their environment while contending with the chaos around them. What secrets lie beneath the planetary signals? Why was Noit chosen by the enigmatic helmet? And will removing it lead to the salvation or disaster? Don't miss this thrilling episode packed with suspense, danger, and profit-seeking hijinks. Tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Then, Tuesday, we return with the Cyberpunk Short Shot Part 2. During the White Whales impromptu Rocker Boy concert being thrown in the parking lot of a Booster Gangers chop shop, the rest of the party must somehow get past or through the remaining thugs to retrieve the hover car needed to intercept the grav train for the main heist of from the Slayers. Then Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, called the Netherdeep. Tensions rise within the Banditos as they go on the hunt for yet another spy hiding in the ranks of the Allegiance of Allsight. Can they keep it together long enough to face the horrors of Cal Moreau? Or will the external influence serve as the arbiter of peace? Only one way to find out. Then Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Alien Season 3, From a Certain Point of View. The group has their stuff back and they are trapped in the communications building. What other secrets will they uncover? Come and find out. Then Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Next time on Cookie Trek, the next batch. Step into Star Trek writer's room with Simon Rufus and the Cookie Trek audience as they craft the new thrilling chapter of Starbase Tallahassee's story. This week, the focus turns to 3 quintessential Trek tropes. A mysterious giant space-dwelling creature, haunting prophetic visions or dreams, and almost everyone must declare, "You've left me no choice." Together, the crew and the audience will explore how these elements shape the episode, balancing drama, exploration, and the timeless spirit of Star Trek. Bring your creativity and your favorite cookies for an evening collaboration and discovery on Cookie Trek the next batch. And with that, we will find a raid to join another fun tabletop stream channel. Let's see here.
You should pick one where they look miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Somebody who's one elf ear is falling off.
They're incredibly beat up.
Well, I'm not going because they look miserable. I'm going because somebody's actually wearing a Santa hat, and I love the spirit.
Oh,
so,
yeah, if it's not
Oh, perfect.
So we'll do that. Always be looting is the channel, and they're playing
Ooh.
Curse of Strahd. So
Nice.
very spooky.
Hey, maybe we should run that scenario sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Be new for us.
All right. Thanks again, everybody. Appreciate it. And we will see you guys all next time.
Please take care.
Bye.
Yep.
Bye.
We finished. We're done.